Welcome to another episode of 4 o'clock somewhere, guys. Mate, we have just, look, we're a few deep. I'm not going to lie. We have just got back from Monkey Tree Brewing, the official sponsor to this podcast. We went for a trip in there this morning. We've been trying to plan this for weeks now.
Yeah.
We finally made it happen. We went for a drive in there. Did a bit of a taste test.
Well, when it comes to taste testing, I don't know a lot, but taste testing, you just do little... They were pouring us full glasses of alcohol.
Yes.
And we had to taste them all. And I had a wonderful time. I don't know about you. How do you feel?
No, yeah. Well, you drove, so I think you tried to be a bit better, but whatever you didn't drink, I did.
Yeah.
And... The problem is, see, we tried a lot. We tried a couple of beers there as well, but we wanted to really try some of the other drinks because they've got a whole range of ginger beer, hard lemon. They've got a hard cola. They've got a passion fruit drink. They've got all these other drinks.
Yeah.
And all we've really had is the beer. So we're like, let's try something else.
Yeah.
Bloody good.
Yeah, no, it was pretty good. No, you were throwing them down. I was driving and I have never and would never drink drive, of course. So I waited till I got back to the studio to have another taste test. And I have to say, mate, some of the we were drinking. What were some of the names of them? Bourbon Monkey? No,
Baboon's Bum.
Baboon's Bum.
The Baboon's Bum, which was what was that one again?
That was strawberry and watermelon.
Strawberry and watermelon. It's bloody good. Here's a few clips from there, but yeah, man, They do some good drinks, and we've come out with a couple of new kegs because we polished the last ones. What do we got now? I don't even know what beers we end up getting.
I don't know, but you forgot to mention that we were so very thoughtful in relation to our beautiful wives. So we grabbed them a keg of...
lemon lime bitters.
Lemon lime and bitters.
Well done to us, eh?
God, we're good. Yeah. Always thinking of our wives.
I love the drink too. So I don't know. Maybe we just don't tell our wives yet. Let's keep it down for now. We'll see how we go in a few weeks close to Christmas.
Wrap it up in Christmas paper. Yeah. Okay, let's do that. Great day.
But no, we've got a good one in store today. We're talking prenups. Oh, but first, before we go there, Schoolies is on. And we're here on the Gold Coast. If you're anywhere in Australia, generally the big hotspot for Schoolies is on the Gold Coast. So it comes to this time of year, every year, where we generally try to avoid... it going into surfers. If you get there, it's by accident.
Yeah, I mean, we talk about, we're sponsored by a beer company and we love a drink, but we're also about responsible drinking and all that sort of thing. But these schoolies, man, these kids come in.
What?
These kids come...
Wait, no, back up.
These kids
What do you want about?
These...
yes, we...
These kids...
No, we are. Just drink responsibly. Batteries not included.
Thought I was going to get away with that. Yeah. These kids come in, they think that they're 10 foot tall and bulletproof and just go hell for leather for maybe a week where they drink.
Does that still happen? Are they still doing that? I know back in my school, these people went pretty ham, but then has it softened up a bit?
No.
It's still good?
I would say it's probably changed and morphed a little bit.
You went there the other night. How was it?
It's just smelt like vomit. The whole place.
Oh wait, you actually did go into surfers last night. You were saying,
yeah. Went and had a look. Yeah, no, it's crazy, and they're having a great time, and parents should absolutely be worried. But you prep your kids with the best information you can. Safe sex. If it's not on, it's not on. Drink responsibly as best you can, and just be around good friends that you can trust, because you don't want to be left incoherent. Semi-conscious, laying on the ground and no one's there to look after you. So, we wish them all a safe little journey for the week, but it's crazy stuff. Schoolies. Yeah. I mean, is Schoolies something they have everywhere? Is it? I know it's huge in Australia. Is it big in other countries?
Oh, I don't know if it'd be called Schoolies. I'm sure they'd have something.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you call it? Year 12s and school? Well,
I guess a bit along the lines of spring break.
Ending high school. What do you guys call it overseas? I know there's a bunch of Americans here. There's people from UK. What do you call it? We call it Schoolies here in Australia.
When they're wrapping up their grade 12. It's all over. And they go and party. But anyway, it is Schoolies week if they're having a great time. And geez, I felt old though going down there.
I stay clear. I haven't been close to it.
Yeah.
Is it just traffic and can't move?
And a lot of traffic, a lot of both car traffic and human traffic. But you see some of them just really quite drunk. And
What number on the list
You kind
were
of
you?
want to guide them in the right direction, you know.
What number on the list were you?
I'm not answering that question. I don't even know what that means.
Yeah, I'll tell you what I'm talking about. These bloody disgusting OnlyFans girls that are doing this. Oh, don't get me started. I'm sure you guys have seen the articles. I have zero interest in saying their names or showing their images. I don't want to give them any time of day that could potentially promote them. So we're not going to do any of that. But these OnlyFans, let's call them what they are. Actually, no, I'm not going to say the word because you're not going to flag me, you stupid.
Oh, don't say it. But you know, it's crazy. These ladies, women, whatever. What do we call?
Sluts. They're fucking.
That's exactly what they are. But you know the problem I have with these women coming in and first of all, the kids are barely legal.
Yeah,
the guys that they're taking advantage of, I would say that taking advantage of are barely legal. They're catching them at a time where they're drunk or on their way to being intoxicated.
Let's track back just for anyone that doesn't know what we're talking about. So there are these OnlyFans girls that have marketed themselves as to going to schoolies. This after year 12 big party on the Gold Coast where everyone just heads to the Gold Coast. There's beach parties and it's all going on. And, you know, there's these girls in their late 20s and 30s, whatever they are, marketing that they're going to be at schoolies and basically
their number one
giving out sex, but it means it's going to be filmed and on their OnlyFans. This is to 17, 18-year-old boys.
Not just giving out sex, giving out a lot. Like they're sleeping with dozens and dozens in a day.
Well, two of them didn't actually end up making it to Australia. One of them was from the UK, ended up having a visa cancelled. She ended up going to Fiji and doing it there, but then got deported from there as well. But there was one still that has come to the Gold Coast and allegedly slept with 55 dudes on one night.
Now imagine if that was your son, and he was peer pressured into it. He had a few drinks. They would have had him sign some sort of a waiver, NDA or whatever, and he thinks nothing more of it. But then in a couple of years, he's going for a position in a job or something, or something pops up on the video that he'd created with this woman. Imagine the trauma that this could create for this young man. Not just the trauma of it all, but also the restrictions in terms of maybe moving ahead in employment or promotion. Something he wouldn't have thought about because he was barely 18. Something she would have been well aware of. She's in her 30s. I just think it's so unfair.
Could you imagine if this whole scenario was flipped? 30-year-old dude going into schoolies and 55 18-year-olds and like straight up pedophile. And to be fair, most of the public is absolutely outraged at this. Everyone is disgusted in it. So good for that.
Yes.
But the one part is it's like, oh, it's all consenting adults. However, you know, these people, they're at schoolies. They're probably blind off their head the whole time. So now you flip it to a 30-year-old coming to these parties, targeting young, drunk girls. Whether they decide to sign something or not, they're probably blind off their head. And what happens with that? It's that's exactly what these girls are doing. They should. I'm glad those girls have been deported. Whoever's been deported, the stuff is happening. People are outraged, but it just makes me sick and pisses me off.
Yeah, if the shoe was on the other foot and it was a 30-year-old bloke and ladies barely legal, it would cause an absolute nationwide uproar. And again, justifiably
They're openly calling it barely legal. That's so messed up. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, but anyway, what was the question? What number was I? I think I was number 5.
Okay, I think I'm done.
No, get angry. Haven't times changed though? I know when I was at school, mate, it was nothing like what's going on down there now. Absolutely nothing. I mean, they carry weapons, knives. There's a lot. There's a lot of police around with metal detectors checking these young men.
Good. What's with stabbings these days? Man, what is with the world? Why? Like, how did that just become a thing? Back in the day, we used to just walk around with guns. Now it's all... No, I'm kidding.
It was just a punch in the nose, right?
Yeah, it was like fist fights. Now you get into a fight, you're probably getting stabbed. Yeah. You're probably getting stabbed.
Yeah.
It's messed up. Oh, yeah. How's your week been?
I've had how's my week been? Okay, let me think. Okay, it's been great. I'm just excited as we head toward the end of our first season, as we head toward the end of the year. and start planning our Christmas parties, where we're going, what we're doing, the friends we're going to catch up with. It just gets so hard. You don't catch up with them. Well, you can't catch up with everybody because everyone starts booking out.
Yeah.
Try and getting people on weekends now is near impossible. You've got to book them in 6 months early.
Yeah.
So we're going through all that at the moment, but nothing too much exciting to tell other than my beautiful children and wife. Surely you've got some more news.
Have you got plans for Christmas? Because you were tossing up whether you going to Melbourne or staying up here. What?
Yeah, no, we're
Are we having Christmas up here? Are we celebrating or what? Are you disappearing?
No, we're disappearing. We're we're driving a motorhome down to Melbourne, which is a 20-hour drive.
Motorhome?
As the crow flies, but we'll do it over 4 days. 4 or 5 days.
That's cool. I haven't done a motorhome trip before.
Yeah, well, we're gonna do the coast road, the East Coast Road.
Yeah, motorhome. Are you talking like the big meet the Fockers boss kind of thing, or what?
Nothing that flash, but six berth.
Oh, okay, yeah.
6 berths.
Actually, I have done a motor, like the RVs. Is that the same?
Yeah,
thing?
like an RV.
Okay, yeah.
But we did it before. Wanted to do the coast road. We got as far as Nowra. But because it was quite a large motorhome, the wind that was coming in, there was a storm blowing in off the coast. It was crazy. Like you'd be on the highway and then boom, it's like a giant was shoving the truck. So we sort of cut in. So we never got to finish the coast road. So we want to do it this time. We're going to complete it and we're going to do it over 5 days. And I can't wait.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
You going to be back for New Year's?
Undecided.
Yeah.
I hope so. Because I know if we have New Year's down in Melbourne, mate, the whole family will be in bed before 10 o'clock.
Mate, I'll look after your house. Don't worry about it. I won't throw no parties.
I know you won't.
Just give us your keys.
It's all yours, mate.
Give us your sheds. Give us your...
Yep. Well, I know
boat, jet ski. Yeah, just...
I know.
I'll look after it
You'll
for you.
definitely... So anyway, stay tuned for New Year's Eve. I want to come back for New Year's Eve because I want to catch up with yourselves and a whole lot of other friends and family up here.
Maybe I should come join. Actually, no. I was going to say that we got a few people in Melbourne that we will be doing a podcast with. They've expressed they're keen. We're just trying to line up a few so we can smash them all out in one trip down there. But I don't think Christmas, New Year's is the time. Let's enjoy. We're going to take a few weeks off over Christmas and come back. Plan for season 2. We've got a few ideas what we want to do, but we will. We won't say too much yet.
No, can we? No, we can't, can we?
Nah,
it's going to be exciting though.
Never celebrate early. Just don't tell them what you're going to do. Just do it and let them. Yeah,
I agree.
That's what you generally say when you have no idea what you're going to do.
We have no plan.
Yeah. All right. Oh.
What's the verdict?
This is a contentious topic.
Yeah, I love it, but I love it. We're talking prenups. We're talking inheritances. We're talking
something that should be spoken about more often.
And done more often.
Now, we went for a drive today to Monkey Tree, as you said, and I played you a video. Bill Burr.
Yes.
Anyone?
What can you do to type it? Because it's a long video. We won't put it here. But just type in Bill Burr gold diggers.
Gold digging horse, maybe?
Yeah. Type that in and watch that video. You will... Yeah, he'll have you in stitches.
Look, it's going to be silly saying this because I think the world knows who Bill Burr is. He truly is one of the top 3 comedians. But it hits you right between the eyes. No matter what he's talking about, he doesn't give a shit. He just boom, right? So we're talking about prenups and things like that. Well, I think he just really analyzes and verbalizes the topic very, very, very well.
The question of the week: should people get prenups?
Okay.
Should we all be getting prenups?
Yeah. Well.
What are your thoughts? Where do you sit?
I think absolutely prenups have a place. There is no question. In fact,
have you got one?
No.
Oh, thank God, because you'd be getting the better end of that stick.
No, but I think there's not enough prenups in this world. I think there's more people with regret having not signed a prenup than those that have signed it and regretted signing the prenup.
Do you think it's the stigma when it's like, oh, you want a prenup, and it's like it's just been made to think like, oh, what, you don't have any trust?
Well,
that's a thing. It's like, oh, how dare you ask me that? Do you not trust me?
It simply boils down to who has what coming into. Now, most people, the majority of the population, we're average earners. we're average savers. We have the normal assets, and generally you're meeting people along those lines. But of course, you'll have someone that is far more wealthy than the other person, and then of course you have the love that is immeasurable, and I say that both good and bad, right? So. So you got to put a price on love and all that sort of thing. But if you walk into a marriage and say it's a wealthy guy, and I'm a big fan of, what you have before the marriage, maybe you should keep after the marriage. But whatever you create through the marriage, that's an even split.
So that's exactly the definition of a prenup, I do believe.
Yeah. See, I've been around. But it's even if you were to use the husband's principle to create what is what grows after the marriage. It doesn't matter.
Course, yeah. But like by the time the prenup's written, it's generally that stuff's not even going to be created yet, because generally a prenup's at marriage, right? So if you're talking, what about the stuff that has happened after then? That's generally already going to be taken care of because the prenup's already written.
Well, if there's
can you update prenups?
Well, I would assume there's different types of prenups, right? Yeah. If you're not mentoring if it's not written in the wealth that you already have or have generated previous to your marriage, well, it's not going to be recognised in the prenup, I would think. But I guess it comes down to, say a guy's worth $10 million. Say the woman's worth $10 million and she marries a gentleman he owns a car and a house. As soon as they get married, he instantly has access to that.
Yeah.
If they break up or they last a month.
You know what's crazy? It's not even once married. If people live together for 6 months, they're considered de facto.
Yeah.
And then they can take claims on stuff. That's messed up.
Yeah, and really strange laws, right? So
don't live together until marriage.
Yeah.
Jeez, that's just risky.
Yeah, like if they leave their toothbrush there at your house or their jumpers.
5 months and 3 weeks is sweet, but man, move house on that 6 month mark.
Yeah.
That's messed up.
Yeah, it is. But overall, I think absolutely in certain instances, prenups are fantastic. Then you've got the risk of, do they take out the romance in the relationship? Oh, yeah, shit, yeah.
I don't think so at all.
Well, they can. They absolutely can.
What, for one conversation?
Well, it depends on the couple, right? Say they've been dating for 2 years. He finally gets on bended knee. She says yes. She's crying. She's over the moon. At what point does he bring up the prenup? And how do you think she's going to handle that as well?
I think people should be pretty upfront about it from early on.
But how early? To be honest,
from the start.
But what?
Okay, firstly,
but you're dating somebody. You haven't even engaged this lady. You're just courting somebody. So there's no time for a prenup discussion. In fact, I think you just create fear in her, and you'd probably lose her. I mean, the only time I see that you could ever talk about...
Well, you don't even have to bring it up to her. Just have a stance that, I don't know, that you always have. Hell, if you want to do it discreetly, just do what we've just done. Just put it on your social media. It's
I don't think...
Start posting stuff and just so you know, so people know where you sit on it.
I don't think any guy would talk about prenups in the courting phase.
I disagree.
In the courting phase, because they'd be scared.
I think it depends
of her up and packing up and running, because she may be a gold digging whore, and she may go, well, fuck, I'm not going to get you. I'll go somewhere else. Or she may be just a genuine, beautiful woman that is just hurt because how dare you think that I'm after your money?
I think this all depends on what kind of status people are, because you talk about prenups, you're generally thinking of celebrities and stuff, right? Like actors and all that, they should get a prenup. Blah blah blah. Well, Zac Efron comes to Australia. Where did he meet? He had a missus down in. Did he meet her at a Byron cafe or something like that? She was just a girl that worked at the cafe there. They started dating. Who knows? I don't know if they're still together or not. But okay, scenario like that, absolutely. And I think he is well in his right to bring that up pretty damn early.
Yeah, but that's a very unique. Those celebrity.
On the flip side, when you don't need a prenup, it's like if you both, if one doesn't have a lot more than the other, then sweet. Like me and Cassie, good example. We both didn't have anything going for us back when we first met, so no. Prenup was never a part of a conversation then. I think it's a pretty easy given back then. I think if you've made a hell of a lot of money and prenup's on your mind, then I think you've got the smarts enough to do it pretty early. And I think you'd be in a position where you would be like, look, I'm going to protect this. No, I'm not just going to.
Yeah, it has to be massive wealth to be really like if a lady is more wealthy than a gentleman, but not by a huge amount, and vice versa. Yeah, what's the point of a prenup? You want to get together and you want to build your own little empire, your own little future together.
Yeah.
It's really in the cases where it could be old money, like money handed down over a few generations.
See, that's a different thing,
And-
yes, because I think people that have that sort of money should absolutely set up wills and stuff, because you can set up wills in a way that, hey, obviously when you pass away, it goes to your kids, and then that money will obviously be with the kid's partner and stuff as well. However, if they happen to ever break up and something goes wrong, he can't up and run with half of the money that's been inherited. So wills can be set up like that. So I would probably say, yeah, make sure that.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's part of a prenup. Well, yeah.
Well,
this is the thing. A
well,
lot of people miss it. A lot of people learn this stuff the hard way.
You would think it would be because it's old money handed down to you, and you have children, so you have a responsibility to look after your kids. You've met somebody, wonderful. Of course, depending on the wealth, but if it's a daylight between, well, and that money's been in your family for a long, long time, I think you owe it to your children to make sure that the kids are protected and their futures are protected. But at the same time, you want to make sure that your wife's well looked after as well. So it comes down to common sense, really.
Yeah.
And how much you're willing to gain from it, and also how much you're willing to lose and walk away, worst case scenario. But some people don't like to have those tough conversations because it is, well, how dare you put a spanner in the works before we even get started? Well, see, I
think. See, there's two sides of that. What do you not think this relationship's going to last? The flip side of that is, well, why do you disagree? This will never, ever have come into effect.
Yeah.
If not.
Yeah.
So there is nothing to worry about on both sides, apparently. Like
That's right.
You cannot pin someone for saying, what, you don't trust me, or like you don't think this is going to last. It's like, well, not that.
Yep.
But why are you against it? Because unless we break up, this is going to have nothing to do with anything ever.
Yeah. And again, it could go both ways. He could be a gold digging stud. And is that what a guy would be called?
A miner.
Oh,
Yeah,
miner.
just
Gold
digging for
miner.
gold.
Yeah, I mean, it's a question that I love that we put out there, and I love reading some of the comments because, like, everybody has a different point of view on this, right?
Yeah, well, we did put this out there a bit later, so we've only put this out a couple of hours ago. Unfortunately, we usually like to chuck it out a day in advance, but so a lot of you guys, if we miss your comment, our fault. We've only put this out not too long ago, but we do have a bunch of responses, so let's go through them, eh? Let's just go the newest order first. Shelley Wilson says, yes, I believe each should get what's rightfully theirs.
But what does that mean? Is that before marriage they get to keep what was theirs, or after marriage what they've earned together they should split?
But see, that's what I was saying before. Like the prenup's coming at marriage, so you have no idea what's going to be earned after marriage, right? How could that possibly go in a prenup? So I think it's generally always talking about premarital stuff.
Yeah,
Anything that comes
or-
from a marriage,
Or well, you can sort of
I
get
would
it.
assume.
Depends
yeah.
on what he or she does. You can get an estimation on their past as to what their future earnings are going to be.
It's just reminded me of just guys. You have to check out the billboard of the comedy thing. What did he say? It's like Tiger Woods' wife walks out with 250 million for what? Babysitting?
He didn't hold back, did he?
Oh, it was funny.
Arnold Schwarzenegger's maid.
Yeah, yeah.
Actually, we don't even
Wait,
know.
did she get money?
No, I don't know.
Surely not. No, she's the maid. No,
Yeah, she's the maid.
I think. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, Wyatt Atchison. Definitely, I live in California. See, it's different over in the States again.
It is different.
The whole alimony and stuff as well. What's alimony? That's there's child support, which is a thing, obviously, but then there's also alimony. So if you split up, not only if you have kids, you'll be paying child support, but you're also paying alimony, which is paying her money to keep up the lifestyle, or him, her, whichever way it goes, paying them money to keep up the lifestyle that they had.
that they were accustomed to, which is kind of crazy because
That's crazy.
Well, yes, in some cases it runs into hundreds of thousands a month.
Yeah.
Right? Millions a year.
Alimony, man. I don't think we've got that here. MC Justin. Justin has gone full Trump. Done.
Oh, okay.
The fuck are you talking about, mate?
That has nothing to do with the question. But having said that, you have gone full Trump. I think the world's gone full.
Absolutely.
The world's gone full Trump.
Okay. See ya, MC Justin. If that offended you, the prenup question, don't bother watching, hey? Dan Reese. Yes, especially for a second marriage. Ooh, that looks like a second. Yes, especially for a second marriage.
Yeah, you don't want to be racking up too many marriages, that's for sure.
Sounds like someone's copped.
Sounds like somebody's been depleting their bank account.
Someone's lost half of themselves. Chris Tweddle. Yes, for sure. The girl always takes the guy to court and get everything of what you own. Some women really get jealous. Look, it can go both ways. Probably in 70% of the time it does go this way.
Well, in I guess in our experience, it seems to go that way. But what does he mean by some women get really jealous?
Some women get really... Is this so? Are you saying once there's a breakup and then
must be.
they jealous of what they've got, so they want to take it? Is that what that is?
I think some women get really jealous of maybe him having more money. Maybe that's what that is.
Chris Tweddle, fucking loaded.
Chris Tweddle must be loaded. Give us a look at his profile pic. Has he got a flash car or something?
Oh, he's a biker.
Oh, he's a dirt biker.
Owner and CEO.
Oh,
At Shearing Services and works at presenter at AB.
there you go.
He's loaded.
Yeah, he's tanked. Good on you, Chris.
Gareth Mead. This day and age, it's vital, especially with marriage coming in later in life now. Australia has gotten far too expensive to start all over again. You're silly not to. I will be doing this to protect myself and my kids' future if it even arises. Good on you, Gareth. Thinking ahead. Well done, mate.
Great comment. I mean,
Yes.
your children are such a big part of why prenups work and why prenups should be put in place.
You might not get along well with MC Justin, but that's fine.
Yeah, true. MC Just.
McJustin, is it? MC Justin or McJustin?
MC. Who calls himself an MC?
I think he's gone by now anyway. I don't think he's watching us anymore. Tammy Mackay, yes, keeps inheritances safe and protects premarital assets. Good on you, Tammy.
Well
I
said,
agree.
Tammy. I wish I'd have said that at the start instead of babbling on for...
That's pretty much exactly what you said,
Just quicker and better.
in the only words you needed. Yeah. Matt Brecky, no. Ooh, okay. No, it's insulting to the partner. This is what we were talking about. Why does it have to be insulting?
Yeah, but Matt, again, it depends on how much is what everybody's worth. But on
There's
your
one response to this. It's from Matt as well. Cheers from Minnesota, mates.
Hey, Matty, Minnesota, baby.
Matt, can you tell us about alimony? We need to learn about alimony.
Yeah, teach us.
Angie Young also comments, I agree. It doesn't show a lot of faith in forever. But if you're... This is what I was saying before. If you're upset at the fact of him asking it, then you're obviously not also that confident in forever, because what's there to worry about?
Yeah, exactly.
Prenup or no prenup, what's the difference?
If my
It's
wife...
forever, prenup never exists.
I can tell you, if my wife had have asked me to sign a prenup, I would have done it in a heartbeat. I wouldn't have taken offence to it. Because, this is just me personally, I would have thought, well, we're in this for the long haul anyway. You'd like to think it's just a bit of paper you'll throw away at the end of the day, but...
And on the flip side of that, it doesn't show a lot of faith in forever. It also doesn't show a lot of faith in...
Trust.
I'm not here to take your stuff.
Yeah.
It's like the prenup's a safe option. It should never... the only way to never worry about it is by signing it, and then it never has to be worried about.
If I brought it up to my partner and she arced up about it and went, how rude, No, I'm not signing that. That's where's the love? Where's the respect?
Should I call Cassie right?
It would scare the shit out of me.
Angie Young saying he loves you forever on the one hand, but planning for when he doesn't on the other. I don't think so. Whew. On the flip side,
But I don't agree
we
with
keep
that.
coming back to the same thing.
Yeah, thanks, Angie. But I don't agree with that. Like planning the breakup at the start. I think it's just securing. He's just securing his interest. You would think.
Yeah.
And
what's
again,
the problem?
Why would someone be threatened by that?
If you're also not worried about not being there forever, then if you truly think this is forever, then what play does the prenup ever going to have?
Doesn't it somehow?
It's
true.
worthless.
Doesn't
It's
it,
worthless.
Doesn't it sort of bring up the insecurities of the partner that has a problem with it?
I think so, a little bit.
You know, if you truly believe you're in love and you're with him forever, what's the big deal in signing a prenup?
And to add to that, and if it didn't go that way, why do you not want a prenup? Do you want access to something that wasn't yours?
Yeah, that's sort of the way I would look at it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's probably guys out there that
It's a touchy one.
Well,
Hey,
there's guys out
it
there-
is hard to talk about.
There'd be guys out there that probably just thrown it out there to see what sort of reaction they were going to get from their partner. Their partner goes, "Yeah, I'll sign it," and they don't get it signed anyway because they go, "I love you," and I'm, maybe they use it as a test, or maybe that just happens in movies.
Is this the first time we've disagreed with Angie? We usually agree with
Yeah,
Angie.
Angie's
I think.
great.
Is this the same Angie? I think this is the same Angie that's always around.
Yep, Ange.
Sean last. Yes, most definitely. If life happens and you and your partner loses their income or decides to make a crap load of debt, you are safe financially. Here in South Africa. Wait, so this is talking about a different thing. Yes, if it happens that your partner loses their income or decides to make a crap load of debt. Is that are you talking about income insurance protection?
Yeah, if life happens and you or your partner loses their income or decides to make a crap load of debt, you are safe financially.
So he's not talking about the boatload of money. He's talking about a boatload of debt.
Yeah, how's that working?
It's like an opposite prenup, I guess.
Hashtag survival.
If they cop some debt, if she shops way too much, that ain't my problem. Don't bring me into that shit.
Yeah, true. Look, hashtag survival of the smartest. Good on you, Sean.
Yeah,
Shout
I
out-
don't know if I read that properly or understood it how I should have, but that's, yeah.
You have to understand.
I feel
What's
like
his
it's a
name?
different thing.
Sean.
Sean.
Mate, we've been at a brewery for 2 hours.
Trying all their 50 drinks. And Kendall Felly, 10 years ago, I would have said no. In today's day and age, I definitely advocate heavily for prenups, especially as an individual with monetary assets. You just don't know these days, especially with divorce being unfortunately almost the norm. That's a great point.
Yeah.
Like the stats, what are the stats of divorce these days?
Well,
It's like, it's over 50%.
Well, the whole culture has changed, right? But
Yes.
look, the dating apps, the Tinder and everything else. I mean, it's
Hookup culture.
everything is so transactional. Definitely sexually transactional. You know, people hook up just for this and the other. That wasn't happening 20 years ago.
Yeah.
So people were buying more into the relationship. It is a lot more flippant these days. So the chances of someone taking your money is a hell of a lot higher.
I'm thankful I'm not in the friggin' dating world these days. It would be a nightmare.
And a lot of people show their money more than they ever used to, because the problem with social media is you have to, be seen to have money. A lot of people show their money and their wealth online. That attracts the wrong type of people. And if their defenses are down, I'm like, boom, married, bang, he's lost 70%.
Yeah.
Or she, goes both ways.
Yeah. So look, I think is that all we've got for now? I think that's about all we've got for now. I would say, would that have been 70% for?
I think, yeah, absolutely. The majority of people are for prenups. It seems to make sense. Change of culture. The world has changed. You need to protect yourself.
Thank you guys for getting involved.
Yeah.
Yeah. Really appreciate it. Oh, fan of the week. Who have we got for fan of the week?
Oh, yes.
Adam
Bryant.
Thanks, mate. You've been around. You've been watching on YouTube since the start, I'm pretty sure, like
He
early
has.
on.
Yep.
We constantly see you commenting. We appreciate you watching, mate. Thanks for getting amongst it.
Yep. Top up your beer.
Cheers.
Cheers, Adam. I have to ask you something. There is a trend. It's called the ski trend. Have you heard of the ski trend?
Does it
SKI.
involve two guys, one? Just, is it schoolies trend?
No, it's not what you think. That's good though. I
Okay.
like that. That's the snow ski trend.
Yeah, okay.
Ski trend, SKI. It's an acronym for spending the kids' inheritance.
Spending. Okay, yeah.
Spending the kids' inheritance. Apparently, there is a higher and higher trend of mums and dads deciding not to leave their kids anything, but to spend it on themselves.
Good, I agree with that. Well, it's not an inheritance until someone's passed away. You can't, spending their kids' inheritance, as in spending their own money. Is that what you're talking
Spending
about?
their own money. Yep.
Oh,
So you 100% in agreement with that?
yes, 100%.
Yeah,
Why shouldn't they spend their own money?
I agree. I do agree. I think, look, it's their money. They can do what they like with it. But I think there'd be some instances where what if your kids are struggling and you're a tight family, but your kids are, are quite obviously not making their way through life financially very, very well. Don't you think that you're kind of obliged to give them a bit of a hand?
Yeah, but it doesn't mean people like. There's a difference here. There's a difference between giving someone a hand and then kids feeling entitled to money, waiting for death for money. See, an inheritance is once someone passes away. Like, get that. If your kid's struggling, I would say the parents are probably going to help along the way while they're alive.
Well, not necessarily. We have friends that they haven't passed away, but they've passed on some of the inheritance to their kids.
So it's a gift. Don't call it an inheritance.
A gift where they want to see their money working in a positive way while they're alive
That's cool.
to their kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that decision is totally up on the person whose money it is. If there's the kids that feel entitled, and who's complaining about this trend? What's this trend? What is it? Is it kids complaining that the parents are spending?
It'd be the spoilt little brats.
Yes. See, if it's them, they're not.
Yeah.
F that.
Yeah, it was. It was kids that were basically demanding that the parents don't spend it.
See, that's messed up.
Because they felt they were owed the money.
Yeah, and that's the complete other end of the spectrum to what you were just saying.
Yeah.
How parents want to help out, blah, 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 rather than an entitled little so-and-so who thinks they're entitled to money, so give it to me, don't have fun with your own money. That's mine. That's messed up.
I do agree. No, there's some instances where I think the parents obviously should be helping out the child, but then there's so many variables there, right? If the kid is not putting an effort in life, well, maybe he needs to learn the hard lesson.
Yeah, I think there's more help than just financial,
But again, maybe if say your son had just broken up, didn't sign a prenup, she took him for everything, and he just has not been able to get back on his feet, and he has children of his own. Mum and dad have got a bit of money. I don't see a problem with early inheritance.
Well, I would hope he had a job all along anyway.
Early
Regardless,
inheritance.
yeah.
Yeah, but, that might not be enough to get him sort of ahead. Especially in this day and age.
Yeah, look, as long as it's up to the parent, as long as it's up to the person whose money it is, obviously they can help out. But when when there's an entitlement from the kid saying, no, that's my money, stop spending it, I need your money, that's just straight up bratty.
It's bratty, isn't it?
I'm using the word. I've never said that word in my life.
It's self-centered,
entitled
narcissistic,
is the word. And I think this
entitled little brat.
The last 10 years has brought on so much entitlement in this world. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
And I don't agree with that at all.
Yeah.
Like, get off your ass and do something, I guess.
Well, there seems to be, less and less kids wanting to get out there and do work a trade, get something solid under them. A lot of kids just want to be influencers these days, which is only going to work for a very, very small percentage of kids, if you know what I'm saying.
Attacked. No. I hate
It's
the
a
word
hard game.
I fucking hate that word.
Yeah. Get out there, get a job. But it's an interesting situation. I just thought I'd tag that on the end there just to get your thoughts on that.
Yeah, there's two sides of that.
It's the parents' money. They can do what they like.
Do whatever they want. And if that want is to help, then sweet, do that. But it's up to them. Like, nothing can be said from anyone else.
Yeah.
You're not entitled to shit of anyone else's.
Yeah. So if you're watching this and you're one of those kids,
stop being entitled. Yes, this world needs a lot less entitlement at the moment.
Yeah.
All right. Oh. My beef. Entitled kids, chicks at schoolies sleeping with young boys. I think I've said all my beefs today already.
Yeah.
But I got one more.
Come on, throw it my way.
I was driving to Brizzy with JJ, my brother, yesterday. We were driving, and this happens a lot too. It does happen with Cassie a lot too, but just stuff rattling in the car. And I'm not talking about car stuff rattling, not like the engine or whatever rattling. I'm talking about things like coins sitting in a little coin box going ding, keys up vibrating somewhere.
Oh, like little
handbag, Cassie's handbag with a metal buckle on it, just as you go. I'm like, oh,
that's right. You were talking about what the styrofoam esky.
Oh yes, because we were doing some fork and easy stuff yesterday, and we were driving back, and we had a styrofoam box just full of meals, and as we're driving, the meals were just rubbing the styrofoam. I was like, oh, yeah. It was the longest 1 hour in, 2 hours in traffic
But
on
all
the
you
way
gotta-
home yesterday.
At least you can stop. You know where the noise is coming from, and you can fix it, and it's all
we're
done.
stuck in traffic on the highway. It's just,
But
it's in the boot.
It's a pain in the ass, but it's nothing worse than a noise, and you don't know where the hell it's coming from, right?
Yeah.
And it's been going on for ages, and you can kind of the area, but you can't. You think where the, and you never really work it out. You don't know. Nothing you can do about it.
The handbags, it gets me. Is the zipper on the handbag or like, yeah. Anyway,
Gosh, your hearing is really acute, isn't it?
to specific stuff like that, it's not funny. And it's similar to the people. I guess it's similar to the loud chewing stuff. It's like that. It's just like particular things that shouldn't be annoying just really get you.
Yeah.
And that's one of them for me.
I thought it would have been me leaving the windows down in my car, the rain, filling my car with water, you sitting in the spare seat on the way to Brisbane and just wetting your ass on my seat. Anyway.
Mate, if you didn't have rattly stuff in the car, I was sweet.
Yeah.
Wet ass or nothing.
No, I didn't.
Leave a car in the car park for 3 stormy days.
3 stormy days. But how weird's that? My seat was
Windows
fine.
down.
Yeah, windows down. Anyway, we survived it. My beef.
Yes, what do we
It
got?
happens all of the time. Generally, it's either McDonald's or it's KFC, both of which I love. I love them. I love their food. But if you don't check what they're putting in your bag,
Yep.
because so many times you can't. You've got the kids. You got a lot on. You drive off and you get home and you open it up. To me, KFC is not complete without a small coleslaw.
Really?
I have to have chicken.
That's
hot
my
chips.
potato and gravy. They've missed my potato and gravy a few times. Oh, man. I'm ready to punch
If they
on.
miss any one of those little ingredients, the meal's stuffed.
Yeah.
But it happens too often. Why does it keep happening with McDonald's and KFC? I mean, and I'm sure it happens with other fast food as well. Now, we can blame low wages. We can blame maybe undertrained. They're not training the kids well enough.
It's just incompetence. Just read the order and put it in the bag.
But look, I love that the kids are in there doing the work. It's fantastic. But if you're going to do the job, get it right. Read the screen or type the order in properly, because you're letting down your most loyal customers. Get those orders right, because we keep coming back because I love the food.
Yeah,
but
you can never give it up, eh?
No, you can't give it up. I'm addicted to it. But nothing is more annoying when you get home, and it's just a real. It pulls the spirit out of my ass, really.
Can I add to that? Like when you get KFC and you might get like whatever's kind of family feast. Let's say it's got 10 pieces of chicken, and then like 5 of them are wings, or like the small pieces.
Yeah.
It's like 5 or 6 of them are wings. Oh, that gets me a bit too.
Yeah.
Like there's 5 different cuts of chicken. There's the breast, the thigh, the leg, the wing, and the rib.
Yep.
Just 2 of each. But no, you get 4 wings, 3 drumsticks, and then 3 big pieces. It's like, oh, that gets me as well. It's like, how did you decide to just throw all wings in here?
I don't remember asking for the smallest chicken pieces on the planet to be filled into my box. Can I tell you what's worse than that? When
they do it to your chicken, because me and Cassie, I eat the hot and spicy, she eats original, and it's always the spicy wings. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, okay.
Because I can't even palm them off.
Yeah, no. I'm an original guy. I don't do the spicy, but I get that. But what's worse than that is when you get home and you look. There's nothing better than KFC hot chips straight out of the fryer. Not a good amount of salt on them. They are the best chips in the world.
No salt?
No, when you get home and they're cold and you'd be obviously been sitting in there for ages, and they're just the worst chips in the world. They've stuffed up your order. The chips are shit. They didn't put enough salt on it. I always ask for extra salt.
Should we go get KFC right now and do a KFC review?
Mate, I could eat it every day. So when I get to the window, I will always ask, in my 3-piece box, I'll always ask for 2 ribs. 2 breasts. Sorry.
Yeah, okay.
And
I like the thigh pieces. They're good.
Okay.
Juicy.
Yeah.
Breast can sometimes... See, I think it's
maybe
more the
it's-
next day. The leftover... So I always think about the leftovers too. Thigh, good as gold as leftover. Breast, dry as anything.
No, I think it's the ribs, actually. I'm getting it all mixed up.
Ribs are also pretty dry.
It's the ribs. I know. Yeah, I love the ribs because I like eating the inside the ribs. It's quite beautiful. But when I get to the window, I will always say,
It's really quite beautiful.
I will always say, extra salt, please. And they go, yeah, no worries. But they never do it. So when I go to the pickup window, first thing I do is I say, I get my box and I go, oh, look, I'm so sorry. I forgot to ask for extra salt. Can you? And you know you're going to get it. And they go, yeah, no worries. That you'll never get rejected. And you'll and
True, because I've asked for extra salt sometimes, and they just sometimes pile it on.
Oh,
it's a risky one.
give it to me.
That's risky.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I don't understand why somebody...
Mate, you're making me hungry again. Why do you do this end of every
I
episode?
don't understand why somebody has not been able to emulate 11 herbs and spices, secret herbs and spices. Surely somebody's broken that down.
Taking the piss, aren't you?
I have asked the girl. She goes, we don't even know what's in it. It just turns up, it's already pre-mixed.
Well, you can find out. Go watch Blake, mate. He deciphered it. He created KFC chicken for you.
Did he really?
11 herbs and spices.
Blakey did that.
Yeah.
And you tasted...
We're going to get Blake on the podcast soon.
Did you taste it?
Mate, I tasted. We did a challenge. Right. He blindfolded us. He got actual KFC, and then he made his version of KFC in the air fryer. And he's like, air fried KFC versus deep fried, and we had to just try to tell which one was the actual KFC. I thought the actual KFC was the one he made. It tasted better.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, I've heard so much about Blake and his cooking too, by the way. But that's the first
He's
time
coming on the podcast soon. He's just a bit flat out right now. He'll be coming soon.
First time I've heard anyone emulate it. That's unbelievable.
Really? No, there's...
Yeah.
Have you ever Googled it? It's all there, mate.
No, I haven't. Is it there?
No one's been able to decipher it. It's pretty well out there now.
Is it really?
Yes. Here we go. The spices mixed with 2 cups of white flour. So the first one is flour. Then we got 2/3 teaspoon of salt, half of the teaspoon of thyme, half a teaspoon, like I'm just going to say half basil, 1/3 oregano, half teaspoon celery salt, half teaspoon black pepper, half teaspoon dried mustard, teaspoon paprika, 2 teaspoons garlic salt, teaspoon or tablespoon, I don't know what these ones are, ground ginger, and 3 teas of white pepper. 11 herbs and spices, my friend.
Okay, but are you saying that was Blake's recipe or he had his own?
No, this is what I just Googled, but I remember it sounded somewhat similar to this. I swear there was an onion powder in it as well, though. Celery salt. I remember the mustard. He had a mustard powder or a dry... Yep. Paprika was definitely in there. Garlic salt. Yep. So a lot of this does sound right. I do swear I heard something about an onion powder or something as well, though.
Okay.
There you go.
Maybe that's the challenge we get Blake to do. Make us KFC.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'll do something. Either way, I think it'll be next season now. We're going to be wrapping up this season in a couple of weeks. But next season, we're already planning it, and we've got some good stuff coming.
It's exciting stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, let's go get some KFC.
Let's go get it.
We're going to wrap it up there, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Make sure to like and subscribe. We'll see you all next time.
Oh, it's 4 o'clock somewhere. Yeah, it's 4 o'clock somewhere.
Did somebody say KFC?
Oh, I'm starving.